My name is T. Michael Thomas. I'm the founder of a program called the People's Academy. Today we're here to celebrate Black History Month and the artists in and around Boston. I live in Dorchester in District 3. What you see here today is a sample of stuff that was created by me, and the ultimate goal is to take all this stuff and to expose the need and more for Black artists in and around the city, the Commonwealth. Also, in the back here, there's a rendering of a building that we're hoping someday to build a natural trade school for individuals that lives in the Boston area. But I'm really honored that I was included and asked to be part of this process for Black History Month. I thank the city, I thank the mayor, I thank all the councilors, especially Councilor Baker, for honoring me to be part of this today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chris Tyler. I'm from Mattapan, Massachusetts, and I'm a Boston-based photographer. I've been practicing for about, I want to say almost 10 years. What it means to me to be honored today at City Hall, in plain statement, it means a lot. Only because just being born and raised here, I feel like I never see people from my town get honored for Black art, or just being artists in general from the city that they're from. I feel like oftentimes people who are honored, they're outsourced from other places. And to see my peers around me finally get the recognition, even outside of myself, it's like everything's coming full circle, and it's very heartwarming. So yeah, it just means a lot to me.
Hello, my name is Al McLean, and I'm from Dorchester, Massachusetts. I've been in Boston my entire life, since the 1960s to present, and I'm honored and thankful for this wonderful award being presented by Councilor Ed Flynn. And it's great to be an artist. During the pandemic, this was my own self-therapy that I did, and what you see behind me is a lot of the people that I pay close attention to, some of the things that are going on in the real world, and they have a great influence. Superintendent Nora Basson, who is a great friend of mine, the work that she's been doing in the community. I happened to do a painting of her, and Kaepernick, and also LeBron James, and Mr. Terrence Clark. So everything that you see is a reflection of myself and the kind of work that I do here in the community. I'm from Dorchester, so this really means a lot, and it kind of tells me that I'm actually doing something right. So I'm very excited for today and for all the other artists that are here today with us.
How you doing? My name's Mark. I'm a local artist from Roxbury. This is one of my pieces. It's called RX 78. It's a resin piece, acrylic, and abstract. And today I'm being honored by the city, I guess, and it's pretty dope to me that the city actually acknowledges the local artists, So it's pretty dope.
Peace, my name is Ivan. I'm here representing JP, AOA Supply. I'm here by way of Councilor Laura. She's been a great supporter of mine. She's known me since I was like 13, 14 years old. So I'm very blessed to be here and have her support as well. So a little bit about my artwork. I started off getting into graffiti. That's what got me into art. So a lot of my art is inspired by graffiti, urban, whatever you want to call it. I call it graffiti. I was a graffiti writer first, and so you can see some of the aesthetics in a lot of my artwork, hip hop based and stuff like that. So I like working with colors, mixed media, collaging, scraping, spray paint, brush work, and stuff like that. And when I got word that that Laura wanted to honor me for my work, it felt very humbling. I've known Kendra for a long time, and she's been a great supporter of my work. But for her to take it to the platform where she's at now, it makes me realize a lot more my place in this community, and what type of impact my art can continue to have in the community.
Hi, I'm Naraya, and I go to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester, and I take part in an art program here at the Boys and Girls Club, and I've created some art pieces that are here. I did one with Oprah, representing that she's a young entrepreneur who created many successful businesses. And I also did Madam Susan Walker here, including with another artist, and she has created hair products for Black African Americans and has inspired many women to join beauty schools. It feels great to be here today, honoring these proud women and men who've done great things in society.
I want to thank you all for joining us today in our annual Black History event. This is an event started many generations ago. It's usually hosted and led by the lead, or the oldest African American or Black person in the City Council. This year, that's me. And I'm honored to kick off this tradition. It is the first time I'm able to host it. It'll also be, unfortunately, my last time hosting it, as I am going to be going to the Senate in April. And I just wanted to say I'm honored to be here with my sisters in service, all of them now freshmen, but are freshmen at this event, but certainly not freshmen as leaders in their community. And I just wanted you to see this, all of us here together. Julia Mejia, also part of the planning team, couldn't be here today, but hopefully she'll be able to log in with a quick message at about 3:45. And also Brian Roel, he is on his way, and he is also was part of the planning team. But I just wanted to welcome and say thank you, and I wanted to then just quickly turn the microphone over for some quick welcoming remarks from our freshman leaders here. And then we're going to kick it off with the Black National Anthem. We'll start with the freshman at large, Ruthie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ruthie Louis-Jeanne, City Councilor at Large, and I am really happy to be here during Black History Month to celebrate Black artists. There's a lot that we have to celebrate in our community's collection of our story isn't only one of struggle, it's also one of celebration and of joy and of making it through despite all of the circumstances. And so we have a number of wonderful, talented artists here today showing off the beauty of our culture, showing off the range of our talent. And I'm so honored to have this be one of the first things that I do as a city councilor. So thank you all for being here. Lydia, I hope the food is good that we ordered, and I hope everybody is able to have full stomachs at the end of this. Really, peace and blessings to all of you. And thank you for coming out and being here. Thank you.
How you doing? Can we say, how you doing? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Help me out. Assalamu alaikum.
Malaikum.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Malaikum salam.
That was good. Peace and love, everybody. Black History Month is extremely important to us all. And in the spirit of camaraderie and sisterhood or brotherhood, I wanted to just make a statement about what I've been feeling this month, considering this is actually my first time talking like this publicly. It's not my maiden speech. I want to share with you a small portion, very briefly, of my experience thus far and how it's been the struggle of juggling and navigating local government while trying to advocate for our people in the city of Boston. We are doing a lot, right? We're here to celebrate, and we're thinking about what this means to us from the time of kings and queens in Africa, right? As an African immigrant, I can attest to that and where I come from. And from the time that my ancestors, the African American, left me behind in Cape Verde Islands as a transatlantic slave trade port in West Africa. I want to share with you how important it is for us to continue to unite as one community, as one brotherhood, as one people, because as I continue to go into these meetings in the community, there are so many beautiful people, those of us in the community or those who have paved the way, the African American people who have paved the way for the brown and black immigrants in this country, the people in Boston and in Roxbury, of course, who have put out their blood, sweat, and tears, sacrificed their time, their energy, and nurtured Boston to what it is today. We know that we have a very long way to go, but today I ask you to join us in celebrating and extending grace to each other and covering each other and loving each other, and hopefully that we do this work and that we continue to fight so that we can reach equality or equity in the city of Boston. I mean that from my heart. I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward to servicing you. I look forward to working for you. I humbly give you myself for these next 2 years. Inshallah, God willing, I do a good job. In the next 2 years that I serve you with my full heart so that we can all reach a point where we are living our lives with dignity and health for all. Thank you so much. I think, Lydia, you're going to do the Portuguese, but I can do I can do Creole. Boa tarde todo mundo cabo-verdiano que está ali, que está para piacheu para margem falar tudo que lá na Creole, na inglês, cá. Se cá está ninguém que cabo-verdiano, ninguém. So that's it. Then the speech is over. All right, thank you.
I don't know how to follow that up. My name is Kendra Lara. I'm the District 6 City Councilor. I am incredibly, incredibly excited to be here, not only as we celebrate Black artists, but as we celebrate Black history. And for me, it's incredibly important that the Black women who are standing behind me come from all places of the diaspora. We have Haiti represented, we have Cabo Verde, we have the Dominican Republic, and to me it's a testament of what Black history looks like in this country. And right now, as we're celebrating Black artists, as a Black artist for myself, one of the things that is very, very unique about Black artists in particular is that our art is not just a creative practice, but it's a vehicle and a catalyst for community transformation. And so as you walk outside in the halls and you see the art from artists all over the city of Boston and from all of the different districts, you will see that it's embedded with our history, it's embedded with our love, but it's also embedded with our struggle and our fights and our visions for the future. So I'm really excited that we were able to bring this to y'all today, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of the artists. Thank you.
Thank you. Eu acho que ninguém fala português aqui também, não? Okay.
Well,
So no one speaks
Creole, my Creole, because
She always wants to show off. Always wants to show off.
Well, Tanya makes me look black.
Can we just talk about United? Can we just talk about United? Can we just talk about that? Okay. Back. I know, right?
All right, thanks for
Okay. So I'm very honored, and again, yes, we represent all aspects of the diaspora. Of course, I'm representing the U.S., and it's a beautiful thing, and one of the things that we have created in our traditions in the United States is the Black National Anthem. And so I wanted to introduce our singer of that anthem, a guest of Councilor Eugene, Varsity. If you would please come to the dais.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just as she just introduced me, I will be singing the Black National Anthem. I am also Haitian, and I can say that all of the churches that you see in Boston made up this voice. So I'm so proud of what you Black women are doing in this community. You guys are amazing, and everyone else who is around you. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing a song full of the faith that our dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that our present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
So the rhythm of today is basically going to be, we'll introduce the counselor, they will introduce their artist, present them with the citation, and then the performance will begin. For those artists who came here and have been demonstrating their art, we will make space and time for you also to come up with your city councilor and say a couple things, a couple brief remarks about your art, and maybe even demonstrate some of it. So if you wanted to go and grab either a painting or a piece of art, that's fine. We'll give you more than advance notice, though. So up first, I'm very excited to introduce, we have Ashley Rose. Ashley, wonderful. If Ashley Rose could come to the dais. Ashley Rose is actually was nominated by Councilor Mejia. Come on up, come on up. Come all the way around. And we will hear a beautiful piece from her, a poem that she's written. And she will present that shortly. And then Councilor Mejia will join us. Come on, all the way up to the microphone. You can take your mask off if you want.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really excited to be here today. Hi, Jessica, how are you? O'Brien Tigers. Clearly, I'm so formal, right? I'm so formal up here. So I'm really honored to take this citation today under Julia Mejia. I've watched Julia do this work prior to any city councilor type of stuff. I watched her as she set up for C-Plan. I watched her work with parents. I watched her work with myself. I watched her work with both public, private, charter schools. So it really means a lot for me to be here today. And I think Julia, the poem I'm going to read for her is different than the one that I wrote for her in particular. But this one, I'm going to give it to Zip Your Own Dress. Julia, thank you for being a woman who taught us to be independent, for taking a stand for Latinas, but more importantly, for remembering that Haitians are actually part of Latin America. So thank you, Julia, for that one. All right. So in life, you're going to have to learn how to zip your own dress, adjust your own bra straps, button up your past, forgive those who do you wrong, let go of old grudges, hem all loose ends. You better tailor your pants and ego, sister. A loose tongue has been known to make the best of us stumble and trip. Remember that less is more. When it comes to words and friends, choose carefully. Be picky with companionship like clothes. It's quality over quantity. Don't lend out what you don't want to replace. Find yourself first. Hold on to who you are, because those lost ones will try to steal your respect, style, and integrity. When getting dressed, accessorize with humility. Accent your beauty with self-efficacy, and accept the scars of your past. Stop hiding who you are under that cheap foundation, because sister, concealer can't conceal your past. Remember that prayer is the primer of life, and it will allow you to hold on to your self-worth. So I dare you to start the trend and not follow it. Don't borrow love or a dress for a one-night stand, honey. You got to own it. Wear it, wash it, rock it, and when you see fit, love, exchange and return it. I need you to put it on proudly by yourself, sister. Wear your independence with confidence. I want you to fasten and secure your dreams with a belt of belief. I want you to consciously clean out the clutter. Rid yourself of condemnation. Find consecration. You were born consecrated. I need you to take your stained past to the cleaners. Iron out your soul. Hang up the self-hate. You are beautifully made, way too valuable to ever go on clearance, so don't ever settle or sell yourself short. I don't care if you're in sneakers, keep your head held high like you're standing on spiritual stilts. You're a sister in stilettos. Find sovereignty in sisterhood and realize that when you walk past the mirror, God made everything on you a perfect fit. And even if you choose to wear a pantsuit and live in a penthouse, remember, you're not an independent, successful woman until you reach back and make sure another sister doesn't have to zip her own dress. Thank you, Julia, for making sure we have a space here, for zipping your dress for us. I love you.
That was incredible and inspirational. Yes. Yes. Help me. You just did. Wonderful. We just, Councilor Mejia is actually on our Zoom, so I think we're going to pull her in. If Carrie can pull her in on the, if anyone can see it. I don't know. Is she on? Awesome. Go ahead, Councilor Mejia. Oh, no. You're muted. Also on the Zoom is Councilor Flynn, but we're going to get you unmuted. Don't worry, Councilor Mejia. We see you. We see you. We see you. We see your finger, too. We saw you. We see you. Don't worry. Working on it. This is my fault. I know I unplugged everything. I shouldn't have unplugged everything. And while we get Councilor Mejia situated, just wanted to let folks know, so as we're getting performances ready, go ahead and try again, Councilor Mejia.
Okay. Good afternoon. Can you guys hear me? Well, first of all, just thank you, Councilor Edwards, for creating this amazing space for us to celebrate all of our artists. I'm super inspired. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be there. I'm doing a fellowship program that kept me from being with you all in community, but I just wanted to uplift my sister Ashley, who I have known for years and who has always shown up in her true authentic self, utilizing her words to uplift our people, to tell it like it is, and to bring joy into so many spaces. There have been so many events from Congresswoman Presley, myself, and a host of other electeds that have collaborated with Ashley to ensure that not only is she uplifting our people, but that she's spitting that truth, as you all just seen. So Ashley, so incredibly grateful to uplift you and your amazing work here in the city of Boston. Thank you for blessing us with that beautiful poem. As always, you killed it. So lots of love to you and all of the artists that are being showcased today. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm now going to invite Councilor Worrell to the dais, and he will be inviting up his artist, Castle of Our Skins.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to be here today to celebrate Black History Month with my colleagues. And I love the fact that the theme is Black artists. Black artists is very important to me because I grew up for a love of music. There's one thing that I believe that brings people together, or two things, it's music and food, and here we are celebrating the art part of it. So today we are, or I'll be giving a citation to and recognizing Ashley Gordon, who is named one of WUBER's Arteries 25 Millennials of Color Impact in Boston's Arts and Culture Scene. Violist Ashley Gordon is sought after as a soloist, chamber musician, educator, and speaker. She has recorded with Switzerland's Ensemble Proton and Germany's Ensemble Modern, performed with Grammy-nominated The Far Cry String Ensemble, and appeared at the prestigious BBC Proms Festival with the Shiniki Orchestra. Ashley is a passionate advocate for diversity on and off the concert stage. Thank you.
So that was beautiful. I don't know what else to say. I played the oboe in high school and never anywhere near as good. So, but I think that just speaks to the talent within our community, within all our community, and especially what we are celebrating today is also what is Black Boston? And let's not forget that too. Many cases we find our city represented by maybe one or two different kinds of groups only. We're Boston. And that's what this also means too. It's a celebration of our history as a city, our multiculturalness as a city, our Blackness as a city as well. I'm excited now to bring up Kamari Jones. Kamari Jones could come to the front. I'm smiling because I've known Kamari since he was, I want to say elementary school. He's big and grown now. I've known him since he was a Zoomix kid, and Zoomix is a nonprofit organization that teaches kids music, how to produce music, to get on radio, to do all sorts of things. Come all the way back here, unless you want to perform up. And I remember meeting him when he was Junior Biggie, then he just became Biggie because he's grown. But now he's his own self, his own voice. And Carrie, I want to make sure you're all set with the backtrack. Carrie's good. I don't know if you want to start to play it a little, huh? We're good? Okay. So I'm going to do you want to do it here? Do you want to do it? What makes sense? Okay. So I'm going to just turn the mic over to Kamari Jones from East Boston.
Before I say anything, I just want to say shout out to everybody that's in the building. You know, when she texted me about doing this, I was like, this is something that I like to do for the community. I'm always like doing shows. I've been in the hip hop scene since I was like 11 or 12, around just like doing shows around Boston. I got my first show in New York tomorrow, so it's like a lot of things going on at the moment. But I will say for like any artist that's in the city, especially if you're like musician, there's like a lot of like hate and jealousy. Nobody wants to like support each other. But like things like this, when we all come together and like do stuff, it's like it puts on something that's way bigger. But I'm gonna kick it off with an acapella, and then like I'm gonna do a song that's on my album that you can check out on all streaming platforms. I know a lot of people pronounce my name Camry, Calamari, it's a whole lot. But the acapella, I wrote this part when I was like, I'll say 15, 16. I'm not even gonna lie. So I wrote that when I was like 17. I probably wrote it when I was like 15. So it goes, Kamari Jones. So it goes, I come from a city where it's dry land and poor communication, lack of investments on the housing. Just cause you dressed in blue, to give you the right to mess with our point of view. A load in the truth, a life-saving displayed on a stretcher. Newspaper not getting the right story. Charged with the same crime but not getting convicted. The whole system is constructed on stereotypes. Catch a young black male at night. Try to accuse him of a shooting that happened the other night. Various blues, they choose whether you make it home tonight. I extracted my whole life. I'm seeing what's right. We should have unity fluently written in the stone forever so we can stay better. Through thick and thin, first me to see what's in my possession. You hold up a scholarship, they consider that as a lethal weapon as you are progressing. That's my first acapella. And the second one is actually more upbeat. It goes something like, it's called Gamble. So whenever, the DJ for tonight wanna play it, this is I don't know who the DJ is, but shout out to the DJ. Shout out to all the lovely faces. They said it's playing, but I couldn't even hear it. I need to get my hearing. Let me get my hearing aid up. Maybe we're gonna wait a bit. But if not, I can do that verse a cappella. I have no problem with do a cappellas. I'll just probably do the verse a cappella. So it goes, now when you hear this, just know I'm out of your league. White tee, no long sleeve, just let your arms breathe. especially in the summer. She flipped with me. That's a, oh snap, okay, the beat. Alright, so we can run that back. DJ, you can run it back. Yeah, I know, like, I mean, this is like sort of like a hip hop show, so I can see y'all with your hands up a little bit if y'all wanna get your hands up a little bit. Hey, yo, shout out to my homie Melodic that made it. Y'all can check this out on all streaming platforms. Yeah, check this out, yo. Now when you hear this, just know I'm out of your league. White tee, no long sleeve, just let your arms breathe. Especially in the summer, she flipped with me. That's a bummer, she gon' be gone. Nothing left, not even number. It's no brainer. Got cats fear for their life like Mike Tyson's trainer. Good night rest to get you to top speed. We make y'all do it for us, no fuss needed. Cheated death so many times, got the reaper heated. Holding on to your paper, it ain't a secret. Peep it, my thumbs walk through blocks and stones. Rock that's no problem, stop me trying to get it on. Like no. I'ma be this way till I'm perished, and my name written in stone. Never been to jail, but spirits over the phone. It's written in your face and gotta be shown. Papa's got a brand new bag. Y'all lag of efforts, I'm an expert. I'm known as a dude who write raps in the desert, where y'all just shelter. The Lord be my shepherd. 7 different ways to make loot. Play by no rules. Yeah, you white, but we on cool. Stood on blocks where y'all stood on stools. Came for nothing, no backyard pools. The buckets, the flash splash. I made my courses, took no pauses. Still be my office. It's a warning before you enter. You always know I always been a censor. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. When you think of me, you think of a problem. You can't stop the kid. Long as the seed's fed, I'ma get to the bread. Ain't got no worries. Been had the game, pulling things in their 30s. Call my records birdies, cause they follow me on my journey. Table ladders and gurneys, you get hit with them all, and no exception. I look happy even through the depression. Not good with directions, but I got a mind, so I'm good with correction. Follow up the date rhymes perfection. Maybe I'm just Biggie Resurrection, with my own section. All sorts of kicks for the collection. Show no love, no affection, strictly aggressive. I ain't the fam, I'm a blessing. The booth never age, fought on the youth when I touch the stage. You already know where I'm aged, it don't matter. You can get your career on a silver splatter. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice, yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice, yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice, yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm cool. Don't gamble with your life. Yeah, that song right there is called Gamble. I hope y'all enjoy that one. You guys can follow me on IG, Twitter. I don't know which y'all use. Yahoo, AIM. I don't know, Skype, but I'm on IG at Kamari, Camarie. That's Jones with an underscore. You gonna just see a dude in an afro. That's me, my profile picture. But yeah, so CAMARIEJONES, and I just want to say shout out to Lydia Edwards and the city counselors. And this light is beaming on me, sweating up here. But yeah, shout out to everybody.
Here's your citation. I want to make sure you got your citation.
When I heard the citation, I thought I was in trouble. I was like, oh, snap.
And Adrian says hi, too. Adrian Madero.
Tell Adrian I saw what's up.
Thank you so much. Y'all saw the sun come out when he was performing. And this is a shout out to Zoomix and Madeline Trzynski. Many of you know who she is. She has been doing this for well over 30 years. Generations of young kids who wouldn't have access to musical instruments, to production, training, all of these different things. She's created a whole community of folks, and Kamari's part of that. I'm gonna now, before we go into the other artists who are gonna be joining us on Zoom or physically here, we did wanna give a shout out to our physical artists who are here today. So I'm gonna go ahead and have, we have Chris Navia from Council Louis Jean, I'm sorry. was crazy. If you want to come up, and then on deck would be Copper Man and Councilor Baker, so they can come up afterwards. And then, of course, we'll have, let's see, Councilor Flynn might be on the Zoom, so we'll have him join us. And, of course, we have Councilor Lara as well as an artist. So we'll just go ahead and start with Councilor Louis Jean. And is your artist here with some artwork? Okay, great.
Oh, not artwork.
Yeah. Hi. Come on. Just present.
Yes. Want to present this wonderful citation, her artwork, if you have not seen it. She's a photographer, a young woman from Mattapan Stand Up, who has graced us with her great photography. So if you had not had a chance to check out her work, check it out in the hall. Her name is Chris Nevaeh. Chris, I'm not sure if you wanted to tell people a little about your artistry, but also wanted to present you with this citation on behalf of the Boston City Council during Black History Month. Thank you for your talent. Thank you for sharing so much of yourself with us today. So.
Thank you, guys. My name is Chris Nevaeh. I am born and raised in Boston. My work is mainly to promote and uplift to Black people, especially Black women and children. This is why this opportunity really means a lot to me, because I feel like whenever I'm in an art space, I rarely see Black artists or just artists from my own community. So I just wanted to thank you so much for just, along with the rest of the council, just creating and curating this space to really see us. Yeah. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Yeah. I also wanted to give a citation to Vartzi Noel, who sang so beautifully our national anthem. So thank you, Vartzi. Just want to also present you with a citation on behalf of the Boston City Council in celebration of Black History Month. Thank you for sharing your joy and your voice with us. So here you go. Thank you. And one last shout out to my staffer, Hoden, who's back there, who has been instrumental in helping put this event together. So Hoden, you are a testament to the magic and beauty of Black women, and I am so grateful to have you on my staff. Thank you.
Councilor Baker?
Good day, everyone. Frank Baker, District 3, Dorchester. Thank you, Lydia, for putting this together. Today, I have the honor to introduce a friend of mine, but before I get into T. Michael, I'm going to talk about the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester a little bit. There you go. So I took the liberty of bringing two organizations in, artists, more than just one artist, because I wanted the kids from the young people from the Boys and Girls Club to be able to come here and talk about the field house that we're trying to build over in Dorchester and Columbia Point. The reason why, because the field house, I believe, will put kids on a path to healthy living and a healthy lifestyle and wraparound services. So I brought them here so they could meet different counselors and you could talk to them and see what the field house is all about. It's going to wrap into school. It's going to be everything from music, athletics, healthy eating, healthy lifestyles, and just how to live in Boston, I guess. So that's the Boys and Girls Club. They're up in the back there. Thank you guys for coming out here today. We got them some lunch, so I think that they're going to be okay. So we're looking to raise about $30 million for them up there. So you guys, whoever's got a checkbook, let's get it going. And the other organization, and the head of this organization is my man, T. Michael Thomas, who we grew up together. We ran the streets a little bit together. So he knows me, and I know him. We call him the Copper Man because of his beautiful artwork that he does. Also attached to his artwork, T. Michael is a metal bender by trade. Sheet metal bender is what you would call it, yeah. So he is part of the People's Academy, which is trying to train young people into the trades. And in that trade, in him becoming a tradesman, and he had the good fortune of growing up in a neighborhood in Dorchester where someone took an interest in him years ago, I won't put a number on your age. They reached back and they said, "You're going to need some help, son." They brought him in and they trained him on his trade here now, and he's giving back here now. We also have a building plan for him, if we can raise the money for it, on Warren and Quincy Street. And Brian, in your district, where we have Warren and Quincy?
Yep. Yes.
Warren and Quincy.
Yes.
District 4, I believe it's you, Brian. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But anyways, he's here not only as an artist, but as someone that's giving back to the community in a true way. He's working with people, young people that really need the help. The building that we're talking about with T. Mike and the People's Academy is, we're looking to have a new sort of program where it's job training on the first floor and then wraparound services, housing on the second, third, and fourth floor for people that are returning citizens coming back. Oh, so part of when you're Irish in March 17, you wear green. So T. Michael said you got to wear the colors of Africa here. So that's what I'm doing here. Big up, big up. So I wanted Mike here to come, T. Michael here to come and introduce himself. And if you guys would give him some time and put you on your schedule, we can learn about his program already. I already know about it. If I had the money, I'd spend the money and build the building myself. But we're gonna need help from everybody here, and also the administration across the hall. I've spoken enough. I think we're at a time in history, what's happened in the last 2 years. It's time for us as electeds, us as people, to really wrap around the black community and support the black community in a real way, not in just talk. And I brought these two groups in here, youth development, young men, young women development. We need to put our money where our mouth is here. So it's more for me, it's art, it's learning, it's all of those things. My man Kamani talked about the unity. We have to really get together on this, support our programs, and please make some time for the Boys and Girls Club and for T. Michael from the People's Academy. They call him the Copper Man. He's a special individual. T. Mike.
Yeah. Like Russell Simmons will do. Thank you. I'm just kidding. No, seriously, I want to thank the future rep, former counselor.
It's a bigger spot, Senator, a big spot.
My apologies. But seriously, that's a great accomplishment. I applaud you for that. You're a hard worker. I want to really thank you. But I also want to thank all the other counselors for the work that you guys have been doing, and also the new counselors. But this is a time that Councilor Baker just said that we really need to chip in together. The construction industry is a billion-dollar industry. And if you research how many coppersmiths of color there are in existence, I want you to do the research. Remember the face and see how many that are coppersmiths. But the construction industry is one of the keys to the middle class. Right now, the President of the United States said we're short 3 million construction workers. Imagine if a lot of these individuals who's been incarcerated, who came home, had an opportunity to learn a career path. We all know they're not going to go to the military or to college. Why not teach them a trade? With a trade, you could survive a lifetime. You could take care of your family, community, the economy. It's time. There's enough funding. There's enough resources. There's no reason why we cannot have a trade school in the Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan area. But together is the only way we could accomplish this. And I reach out to every elected official, the mayor, Wu. Let's work together. We're looking for a partnership. With our training component at People's Academy, we also have a manufacturing piece that will create jobs, shovel-ready jobs right now. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I hope you liked our presentation. Thank you again. Thank you.
So Councillor Flynn, I heard, is excited to address us. Council President Flynn should be let me know, I can't see the camera, when he comes on. We're going to have him address in a little bit. Just text him. If he's not ready. Oh, there he is. Okay, Council President Flynn.
Hi, Councilor Edwards. It's an honor to be with you and our colleagues in the city government, and I want to first apologize for not being here. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but the first day I missed in about 4 years, but I'm honored to be with everybody over Zoom. First, I want to say thank you to you, Councilor Edwards, and also to the other councilors as well for hosting this, and our central staff team. I had the opportunity to nominate a person, and I chose a person that I believed in and I knew about his accomplishments, and that's Al McLean. And many of you have seen his paintings in and around City Hall recently. There's a great photo of some Boston Celtics, but also there's a great photo of Superintendent Baston from the police department. But what I respect about Al McLean is his commitment to the youth of the city, bringing people together, white and black, in other ethnic groups, especially during the difficult times in Boston in the 70s and 80s and 90s during racial turmoil. But Al McLean was there, and he was bringing people together through sports. My good friend Brian Worrell mentioned that a lot of people are brought together through music and academics. And I'd also like to, and I agree with them, but I'd also like to add the incredible role sports plays in society. And Al's not only a teacher and a youth coach, but he's also an effective artist. He works closely with so many different organizations across the city. I was just with them several months ago at the Croft Center in the Dudley area with my father, Mayor Flynn, watching a basketball game of young people in the city. But it was Al McLean bringing people together, different backgrounds, finding common ground, bringing out the best in them through sports and talking after. So I just wanted to highlight Al, wanted to say thank you to Al. We're proud of you. I'm proud to be a friend, but more so, we want to say thank you, Al, to your commitment to bringing the city together, but also giving young people the opportunity through sports and education. Thank you, Al.
Thank you so much, Councillor Flynn. And Councillor Flynn gave a citation. We have it here, Councillor Flynn, that we'll present to Al. And your words are incredibly powerful about the, I think there's a certain artistry to sports that a lot of us know, the way it's performed, the skill set necessary, and there's a true beauty to it. And so I wanted to present this on behalf of Councillor Flynn. This is his citation to you in recognition of you bringing us together through your art. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Hi, my name is Al McLean. Came to Boston in 1965, and I came up from Montgomery, Alabama. When I first came to Boston, we were trying to escape Alabama to come up to a better place where there was hopefully a better opportunity for my family. Coming up at 6 years old, being hard and coming from the South, you always see the signs that said blacks to the back and things of that nature. You can't drink out of certain fountains. Well, I saw those things at that age, and it's always been in my head, and it just comes to think that why do we have signs like that? I consider myself a king, a woman, a black person, black man, and I never wanted to drink out of the water or go to the back of the room or the back of the bus because of those signs. So coming in here, coming to Boston in 1970, and Mayor Raymond Flynn, he was our mayor, but he was, at one time, he was a great basketball player. He played at Providence College. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and he was drafted by the Boston Celtics. So as a young man, and that being my mayor, I paid attention to Mr. Raymond Flynn. I say that to say that I'm a product of Boston right now. I hold the city, and I'm so proud of my city. And I learned from Mr. Mayor Raymond Flynn. And what I learned was I carried that to college. I went to the University of New Hampshire. In 1984, I was drafted by the Houston Rockets, emulating some of the things that I saw around me. I was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and currently now I work for the city of Boston, teaching kids how not to make a mistake, and just to let you know, you can ask questions when you don't always know the answer. This has been a wonderful road that I'm climbing right now. Today is my birthday, so I'm a little bittersweet. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's been, so I just turned 62, and the legs are hurting a little bit more, but I feel good. I want to thank Council Ed Flynn for this wonderful acknowledgement, and I'm super proud of the city, and I can't wait to do work. Thank you all.
And I believe a lot of their work is still on the 5th floor, so please, as we're headed to our late lunch, please go by and see some of their work. We're going to come a little bit out of order as one of our performing artists has a time crunch. So we're going to go ahead and have Councillor Murphy come up, and she will be introducing Quilombo do Queimado and Courtney in their artistry of capoeira.
Thank you, Councilor Edwards, and thank you, everyone. This is a wonderful experience. So I am honored to introduce Capoeira Angola, which is an Afro-Brazilian art dance ritual that Africans and indigenous natives used to combat the transatlantic slave trade. This resulted in over 200 villages of escapees, which were reportedly the first multicultural democratic republics in the Americas. This group, his group, is called Colomba Nova, which leverages the power of this practice to assist those impacted with poverty, oppression, marginalization, and traumatic stress. This last semester, students taught over 150 youths weekly in Boston Public Schools and Montessori schools to improve school climate, support social and emotional learning, and to help students cope with the biophysical impact that the pandemic has caused all of us. If you know Courtney Gray, and I found out many of us do, because we've had many visitors in the office since he showed up a couple hours ago. So if you know him, you know he doesn't really need any introduction. He is a wonderful man. He ended up in my life when I needed him most. He's a healer, and I know we will all join in and be healed today from his group and his art. So thank you so much.
No, you used to speaking, right? We started right when she was 15. And then we're going to sing, we're going to ask you to clap, and then here's the thing. The quality of your singing is going to determine when we do the movements whether or not someone gets hurt. If you sing badly, someone gets hurt. So you go home with guilt. But know that this art form is a different form of fighting that does not result in someone being knocked out, or whether there's a winner or a loser. The only way you can properly resolve conflict in indigenous cultures is that the whole society is healed. Right? You can imagine that.
And one thing that is that bad singing is not about your tonality or whether or not you have a quote unquote beautiful voice. It is about the energy you bring. Does your song send love and positive energy and hope to people, or is it about something else? So we invite you not to perform in your singing, but to use your singing as a way to share the kinds of energy that will bring the healing we need.
Hi, everyone. I'm City Councilor Laura. And I have been a member of Chino Bonobo for almost 13 years now. I met Courtney when I was 19 years old in Mildred Daily, actually, as a part of the trauma response team in JP, right when I became a street worker. And doing that work took a toll on me. It took a toll on the people in my community. And we invited me to the city school to learn capoeira. And so in my doing of my trauma response work and in my servitude of my community, gave me not only a healing practice, but a spiritual practice and a community that helped heal myself as I worked to heal my community. So KM has been very near to my heart for over a decade. My son who's here with me also plays capoeira now, so it's an intergenerational family. And as the family got out of the diaspora, it's helped me connect. So I'm really happy. I'm incredibly honored that Councilor Edward chose to honor KN. And I'm really happy that we
Can you guys sing this note? And this thing about what you transmit is more important than the quality of singing. Everybody sing that note? All right, we're going to sing a song which is literally about whoever invented the planet, why they invented something as vast as the ocean that wraps around 70% of the planet. The same salinity as our blood and our tears, and at the junction between water of the ocean and the earth is sand. And so the words is just areia. So just watch for a second. They want to sing back and they're going to join. Oh areia, oh areia, oh areia, oh areia, oh areia, oh areia, oh areia. Another part we're going to middle and say, this song basically says, slaves had to sing these songs, enslaved Africans had to sing these songs. The masters thought they were singing nonsensical songs, but we were like, this is the signal we're sending to people because we're going to free some slaves tonight. Like Wade in the Water, like it was in America. Every place where we went in the diaspora, we escaped with stuff like this. So the song says, I'll be no camino, open the way for me, give me my way to pass through. Because there's no way for us to survive this thing, this oppressive thing. We've never seen human beings that do this to other people like this before. And by the way, depression hasn't stopped. So there's different forms of it. And depression could be literally a disease or whatever it is, but we should come together. Any kind of fights between one another means the tribe falls apart. So we build and multiply and add versus those who subtract and divide. So in the middle goes, Abi no kamin, Areya, Shani Basa, Areya, Areya. And the thing is, whatever's happening in this building and in the city, we're going to echo it through the walls, through this one of the few concrete city halls in the country. We're going to echo it through the concrete to where the Wampanoag and other people lived before this building was built. Okay? Okay? Next.
We have a few more artists to recognize before we go eat. And I just wanted to acknowledge, before you guys, please don't leave, because there's some artists here who have art also to celebrate with all of us. Up next we have Councilor Arroyo. Councilor Arroyo has an artist, and I believe he's joining us via Zoom, or Councilor Arroyo might be joining us shortly on the Zoom. And then we'll have Councilor Lara, and then we'll conclude with Councilor Flaherty, who has a special artist that all of us know very well.
Can you guys hear me? Am I good to go?
Oh, I can hear you. There we go.
I showed up on the main list. And so I just want to make sure that central staff or whoever's doing this tees up. We sent a video in yesterday to central staff to make sure that they can tee it up so that they can play. I want to thank everybody who's there in person. I was there earlier. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there now, but I'm grateful watching your performances and you sharing your art with us. So I just want to thank all of you for doing that. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce Wyatt Jackson, who is a legend in Boston. He's an Emmy Award-winning dancer, recording artist, and actor. Mr. Jackson began performing throughout the New England region with his own hip-hop crew in the 1980s, which makes him cutting edge because that's when this was all really starting and getting national recognition. He worked with acclaimed Boston Youth Theater for 7 seasons. He was later cast in the European tour Body and Soul, where he worked with Tony Award winner George Faison, Mercedes Ellington, and the European avant-garde producer and director Andre Heller. Upon finishing that tour, Mr. Jackson landed a recording contract with Warner Brother Records under the corporate direction of actor Michael Douglas. The hip-hop and R&B duo Here and Now mixed vaudeville-style storytelling and popular music production, and he dropped several chart-climbing releases with 2 hit songs, Are You Ready and Taste and Love Again, the latter lending him the soundtrack to the Paramount Pictures release Losing Isaiah. He currently produces media for outlets such as CBS, PBS, VH1, MTV, BT, and Mercury Polygram Records. He's also a teacher and is a Hyde Park resident and native who is deeply entrenched in sharing his art with people, but also creating community through his activism. I am greatly honored that he is here today. I see him on the Zoom, so if we can transfer to him, I'm going to give him a moment to say a couple words. I have a citation for you, sir. I'm dropping it off to your house, so you will get it that way. And so I'm going to give you the floor now so you can say some words and sort of speak to your career and what you mean. I remember, people know me, know my brother is a musical artist, and Mr. Jackson and his wife are community activists, and I knew them in that way. And he walked up and said, "Oh, you don't got to introduce yourself. I know who you are." And so many folks might know who Mr. Jackson is. I want to make sure that y'all know who he is and give him the floor now. And then we'll play a video of one of his most recent pieces of work, which, as all things he does, has a message. So the floor is yours, Mr. Jackson. Thank you for being here with us.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just have to say, seeing Courtney Gray and both dear friends, Reverend Mariama Hammond, together working with Capoeira and Brazilian culture is just mind-blowing to see that in the chambers of City Hall. It's almost like you're dreaming seeing that. So I just want to say a huge shout out to both of them and all of you who are there. I've been around long enough to see that this is a different City Hall now. So I'm very thankful to be seeing this in real time and with real groundbreaking folks that I know who are doing the real work. Let me just quickly say that with respect to the arts, we've always been about breaking the fourth wall, meaning not just doing your art in a theater or in a concert hall, going out to the street, working with people who have a voice, who want to speak up and say something. And because of all that we went through a couple of years ago, now I can say that, a couple of years ago, 2020, I got a phone call from Grammy Award-winning producer Gen Rubin, who said to me, "Man, look, we have to do something." And I said, "Okay, what do you want to do?" He said, "I really can't write it, Wyatt. You have to write the song, and I'll produce it." And so we came up with a song called As We Speak. And the subtitle is Get Up. And it really is one of those things where you take all that stuff that was going on and you put a positive spin on it. And as it was said earlier, your intention is to make sure that positive energy goes forward, even in the midst of one of the most challenging seasons that America and the world has ever faced. You still put something positive forward. So the song you're about to see is about saying, get up and do something as the world was going through what it was going through. And still to this day, we still have a lot of things we have to deal with. So here's the song, and I hope you enjoy the message in it. And most importantly, thank you for this honor. I don't take it lightly, all right? So, thank you.
Get up!
As we speak from the land of let's go crazy, Jim Crow behavior not as pretty as Paisley. As we speak, a bird watches Central Park exposes the bias towards a skin that's dark. As we speak, his Fitbit will not compute his last steps when the gunman decides to shoot. As we speak, protests start with peace and quiet, then escalate with the fire of a 60s riot.
It's not enough to cry. It's not enough to wonder why. As we speak, it's not enough to say I'm your ally. It's not enough to just stand by. It's not enough, y'all.
Don't pretend to be colorblind. Don't pretend that's a good thing. Don't pretend the American dream is working.
No equality in education, sick and dying across the nation.
The divide only growing stronger. We the people can't take this any longer.
It's not enough to be angry.
It's not enough to hope and pray.
It's not enough to feel anguish.
It's not enough
to wish it all away.
It's not enough.
No mother should have to tell her baby that others will avoid him, judge him, hate him, hunt him, just for the color of his skin. What kind of world are we living in? Broken, unjust, divided within. Show your face, show your pain. Choose to love, choose to make a change. Come on.
Gotta get up, get up, get up, get up and scream their names. Get up. Gotta get up, get up, get up, get up and demand change.
Time for a change.
As we speak. As we speak.
Thank you so much. I would invite Councilor Lara, and then Councilor Fernandez, and then I'll conclude with Councilor Flaherty and our special guest, Councilor Lara.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I am very, very excited to be honoring Ivan Richiez as our artist for District 6. Ivan Richiez is a multidisciplinary artist born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. As a first-generation Dominican male growing up in Jamaica Plain, income inequality was not the only thing he became aware of at a young age. The graffiti art that laced the walls of the subway underpass lit a flame of inspiration that has transformed over time into a passion for activating public spaces, abstracting type, strategic branding, guerrilla marketing, expressing the human experience, and obsessing over color theory. The hieroglyphics of the streets awakened a genuine desire to learn everything he could about the art form and its history. Learning and becoming part of the graffiti culture led to a journey of self-discovery and art-related mentorship. Before serving as an elective arts teacher at Fenway High School and Charlestown's Diploma Plus program, Ivan was a youth worker and program coordinator at Beantown Society, a youth serving organization in Jamaica Plain, which I am a proud co-founder of. His summer seminar course, Hip Hop's Role in Oppressed Communities, a Vehicle for Social Change, highlights how the creative arts catalyze community transformation. Ivan's public art and commissions include the Black Boston Icons mural in Grove Hall, the Nubiana Outdoor Gallery at Black Market, and restaurants like Rhythm and Raps, Oasis Vegan Veggie Parlor, and El Barrio Restaurant. Ivan exemplifies what it means to use your skill and talent to further the liberation of Black people across the diaspora, which is why it's my honor to recognize him on behalf of our office and all of District 6. Ivan.
I'll say a few words. I'll keep it very short. I mainly want to express my gratitude and how proud I am of Kendra. Kendra's been one of the biggest supporters of my art. In times when I wasn't even aware of when she's thinking about her people, her community, and she's always reached out to me in that way. So I'm extremely humbled. I wish I could say much more because I've been watching Kendra shout her lungs out behind every campaign, social justice movement in JP from High Square Task Force up until now, and to see her in this chamber where we used to be here fighting for the youth pass, fighting for all sorts of stuff. I'm behind here now by way of her, and this to me is really, really big. I owe more to the community, to everybody here. You know, this is really big for me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm going to invite Councilor Fernandez Anderson up, but before I do that, I want to recognize we have a special guest here, a Tuskegee Airman. Talk about Black history. Please stand for our Tuskegee Airman. Enoch Woodhouse, also known as Woody, who is here. All right, he told us to continue. All right, sir, we listen. Counselor.
All right. Y'all don't know this, but, I'm actually a singer, too, so I was going to perform something real quick. I believe the children are future. Sensible Chocolate. That's it. That's all y'all get. It didn't come out as I planned in my head. I thought it was funny. I wanted to present, today I wanted to present not my artist, but the artist that we brought in today. Is he here with us? Sorry. But before I do that, I just wanted to shout out some artists in my office, although they have many talents professionally, but also artists. Kalamu Kieta, my director of community service and communications, who is a visual artist and much more. Aline Mercury, who is a choreographer and a director for theater plays. She's not here with us today. Our director of constituent service, as well as my chief of staff, Joshua McFadden, who is also an artist. Yep. And myself. Shout out to Taylor Andre, my baby, my sweetheart, an activist, a fierce radio host, TV, real estate, entrepreneur, mom, and artist in our community. I thank you so much for all your activism and your work. I want to present today the citation to Mar. Please join us. Thank you. Mar, for your service as a co-founder of AOA Supply, which is dedicated to using artistic expression to bring communities together and inspire others to use their own creativity. As a Roxbury native, he is most motivated by creating artwork in his neighborhood and was recently one of the lead artists in the Black Lives Matter mural in Nubian Square. Additionally, he was a curator and organizer for Black Book Sessions, a series of weekly events for artists to collaborate and share their work. Mar's diverse artistic style, from abstract to graffiti, incorporates intricate lines and blocking that makes his work unique, and for presenting and being honored as an outstanding artist of Black History Month celebrating in the Boston City Council. Thank you so very much for your work.
I'll keep it short, but thank you very much for having me here. And yeah, I'm just like honored to be here with a room full of everybody of color as well. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. But thank you very much.
You guys can see more of Mar's art and other artists. We have an art space in the District 7 Council office where you can come and see our art wall. We are displaying all local artists there. Thank you.
And last but not least, I'm inviting Councillor Flaherty to the dais. He is going to introduce our local artist in residence, who is part of our City Council family and City Council staff. And so I'm excited for Councillor Flaherty to come. And with this, Councillor Flaherty.
Thank you, Councillor Edwards. Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Black History Month. It's an honor and a privilege to serve as your at-large councillor. And congratulations and best of luck to all the artists that were here today in all of your future endeavors. For those that do not know, I'm here to introduce our very own Candace Morales, who many know as she's the City Council communications assistant, but not a lot of folks know that she's got very talented, obviously, and she's also the founder, director and producer of Six Stone Productions. And so while she's hard at work every day here on the City Council, she has an outside full-time job, and she finds time to use her artistic talents in a variety of ways, filming short bits for clients, as well as writing, directing, and producing her own series of short films, and one that hopefully will see her earn an Oscar with, which is titled Girls. So Councillor Edwards had asked that we be brief and not have long speeches, so I know Candace will be offering some words. She's saving her grand speech for when she does win the Oscar, but I just want to, on behalf of all of the colleagues here on the City Council, congratulate Candace for her great work and to keep up that great work, not only here on the City Council, but as you continue to pursue your artistic dreams, and all the best with Girls. So come on up here and...
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I will be brief because I know you guys are hungry now. But I just wanted to share something with you all. The other night, I was watching a TV series. In fact, I was binge watching. I was up until 3 a.m. I had to be here at 7, or up at 7 to be here. But on my way to work that day, I was thinking about the series, and I was so amazed by the amount of Black people that were on screen and the amount of Black people that went into creating that series. So I started to reflect on my own life and my own childhood. And when I was growing up, I was around a lot of people who could paint and draw, sing, play instruments, create music, and I couldn't do any of that. So growing up, I thought I wasn't creative. I didn't think there was anything artistic about me at all. And it wasn't until I saw a great representation of Black people in film that I realized I can do this. So I immersed myself into that art, and I found a way to express my creativity. So later that day, I came into work, and I found out that I was going to be honored as a Black artist in Boston. So I'm really grateful for that, and I thank you, Councillor Flaherty, for recognizing that in me. And before I go, I just want to say Black people have been creating art for years. And for years, Black people have sometimes created art out of absolutely nothing at all. So despite the barriers before us, we're going to continue to create art. I'm going to continue to create art, and like my shirt says, I am Black history in the making. So thank you all so much.
With that, I think that's a wonderful note to conclude this segment. Food is next for those who want to come over. Thank you all so much for participating in this. Again, my first and last time leading this, but I'll see you at the State House. Thank you all. I love this. I couldn't have thought. And I want to thank Councilor Fernandez Anderson. She actually helped come up with the theme along with Councilor Lejeune and Councilor Lara and your leadership. Councilor Rowell, thank you so much. We're in good hands in the City Council.
Wow.